So guys, welcome back to the test robot automation. Hope you guys doing well. So guys, thank you for watching my last video, and thank you for giving me some comments and suggestions. So yes, this person is asking me something about like how to the video on hooks and environment for the multiple environments and tags and runtime tag override. So let's see the multiple environment feature for now. So yes, thank you very much for giving me comments on my videos. And yes, so let's do one thing to run with the multiple environment on the project level. Let's come to the project level. Okay, and here what we can do, we're gonna make one folder saying uh, env. Okay, so in which all our environment variable will be coming in, right? And here, let's define three different environments. Say dot env dot prod. Okay. Another environment will be dot env dot qa. Okay. Okay. There's some. Okay. One second. Let's just rename it. Make sure you give this name correctly. Then and only you will get this particular icon. Okay, if you are using some sort of icon material UI icon or something, right? And the other one is I will say, let's make another div environment dot env dot dev, right? So I have designed three different environment. Okay. And just to showcase you guys, I have just done some prerequisite for this one. So let me just pull it out from my last project. So let me just grab this QA environment from here. Okay. And I'm just going to paste the QA environment over here, right? And I have the dev environment. So I'm just going to copy, Control C, copy the dev environment, right? This is QA environment. Okay, and here is the prod. So let's just copy this one as well and bring it into the prod. Okay, so that. So now to deal this particular thing, we have to design one particular feature. So let's make a new feature file saying environment and or environment dot feature something. Okay, and here what we can do, uh, we can actually grab this logic, which is verify the login. Yeah. So let's say tomorrow, before doing something, there is a login. You have to log into one particular environment, and then you have to handle all the details. So let's do that one. So in feature file, environment.feature file, I have just got one particular feature file ready over here, which is environment.feature file over here. I'm just going to copy this one, okay, and explain you everything. So here, what we are doing, here, look, this is another tag we can run in the in this particular framework. So which is at the rate only. That if you guys know, we in the Playwright we do test dot only. Similarly, this is at the rate only. Okay. So I showcase you in the last lecture. What I showcase you is how to give the change name tag. So this is one particular tag, and this is the tag which is that only. So I just want to run this particular scenario. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's just do our npx bdd gen. So this is gonna give us all the uh, yes, this is gonna give all the missing step for us. So yes, only two missing steps are there. So let's grab it from there. So let's copy this, copy, and I'm going to make another steps, say new steps, and here I will say, okay, what is my steps? Let's say environment steps dot js. Okay, right? and I'm just going to copy here. So guys, let's, after copying the steps, okay, first let's see what is our feature file is doing here. So look, the feature, verify the login in different environment. Okay, that's our feature name. And the feature description is verify the user is able to log in with dev, QA, and prod. So we made all three environments over here, dev, prod, and QA. Okay, and here in scenario, verify the user is able to log in with the dev, QA, and prod. So we did the dev, QA, and prod. And simple feature file is given. I navigate to the home page. I click on my account. So this is the step which is already in our the other feature file. So we didn't get this step, and I enter the email address and password. So this is also a step in ecom login fixture. Okay. And when I click on the submit button, and then I should verify this is the URL. Okay. So let's go, and so all these steps are repeated. So we didn't got that steps, but we got only two steps, which is I navigate to home page and I click on no, sorry, I enter the email address and password. So here we are entering both the things together, right? So let's go to our steps. Okay. If you guys know, and if you have watched my previous video, I have created this particular fixture in which I have this ecom login page and change page fixture. I can use ecom login page fixture over here. So how I gonna use this one is like, if I just say import, what I want to import is test, and look, where I'm importing the test. So let me just control space, fixtures fixture. Okay. So this is a fixture, right? And what I want is the, let's say tomorrow, okay, let's grab this ecom login page, right? So let's go to ecom login page and we're gonna put it here, ecom login page. And I will say await ecom login page. And what is the our function? Navigate to URL. Okay. Dot navigate to URL, and in URL, what I will do, I will put process dot env dot URL. Okay, right? So why this URL is coming from? If I go and open up the environment, it's coming from this particular URL. So tomorrow you have the QA environment URL different, prod environment URLs should be different, and tab environment URLs should be different. Okay, so in this way you can handle it, right? So simple. Now next, what are the steps we have? I enter the email address and password. So I can say await. First I have to pass the ecom login page over here. So I'll pass ecom login page, and ecom login page dot what steps I have here. Let me just go here. Enter the email address, right? I can just grab it over here and say dot enter email address, and here I will say process dot env dot email. Okay, so this is my entering of the email address, right? Then what else we have? Await ecom login page. What other environment? What other step we have? Enter the password. So I'm just going to copy this. Dot enter the password, and here I will say process dot env dot password. Okay, this is the thing, right? So why I'm giving everything in capital. So if you have seen, I have given everything in capital over here. So guys, if you could remember, we were using a Java dot properties file. Similarly, we are using the dot env file. Okay, I hope you got it. Thank you. And yes, as the test is over here, so I have to pass the test into this create BDD. Okay, everything is interconnected now. Now what we have to do? Okay, let me showcase you some library which we're going to use to handle all these things. Okay, so guys, this is the particular library which is .env. We're going to use this particular library. It's pretty simple. You just have to copy this particular command. So this is the install locally recommended over here. So let's just copy this and put it in our project. Okay. So let's put it in this project. So I'm just going to copy this. I copied that one, and I'm going to paste this one over here. Okay, and I can say hyphen hyphen say hyphen dev as well. That will save as a dev dependency. Okay, so right, we got. Let's see in our package.json file. Sorry, we have this .env. Okay, now what we're gonna do? Yes. So can you see this is a hierarchy env folder in which we have three different files. So let's give the logic to the playwright config.js itself instead of doing some extra coding, right? We can handle it with this, I will say import dot env from .env. Okay, right? And I can say here dot env dot config, and in my bracket and curly braces over here I have to give the path. So I can say path. And so guys, if I want to give the path to this particular set, let's say I want to give the path to the dev environment. So I'm just going to come here and copy the path. Let's copy this relative path over here. And we're going to try to give it over here as a path, right? So, right, sorry, this is the path. Okay. So do you think, can I just call this dev instead of giving this dev like this way? Okay. Can I just call it as a environment variable over here? So how I can do this one? So instead of giving in uh, this particular string, I can give it something separately, and I will say dollar in the colon. I will say process dot env and dot env. Okay, you can give anything here, dot env or whatever you want to give it. And I think I don't need, I have to bring this like this. Okay. Okay, so guys. So guys, after giving this particular step, I think, yeah, it looks fine. Let's give it properly. Like, okay. I want in on my project level, I want this env folder. Okay. So this is the way you have to give the path. Make sure you give this path correctly. Otherwise, it won't interconnect everything correctly. Okay. So let's go and open our new terminal. New terminal. Okay. Okay. And here what we can do, we can just give it like dollar env colon env, sorry, env. Why we are giving this env? Because can you see I'm giving env over here equals to which environment we want to run. Let's see, run the QA environment for now. So I will say QA and enter. So actually guys, okay, let me just go and delete all the old feature problem. Okay. So, yes, let's we run this particular command. So this will set all the QA environment for us. Okay. And then if to run the BDD gen, I need to do npx BDD gen. Okay. So what this will do, this will this particular command will generate a spec files for us. And if I go and open up this particular spec file, which is our feature spec.js, look, we are getting test dot only over here. Why we are getting this test dot only? Because in feature file, we have tagged this particular scenario as only. Okay, right? And now if I want to run this particular step, so let's run in headed, and just to double check in our ecom, yes, environment steps.js. Okay, I'm giving this page dot await page dot pause. Okay, just to see which environment we are actually accessing, right? So if I enter now, so what this will do, this gonna invoke all the test case into the debug mode. We will have our inspector over here in a while. Okay, our inspector is here. This is a very good very good feature of the Playwright. I like this feature actually, guys. So if I just click on this, I can see what is happening in the background. So can you see, guys, what we are getting? We are getting the QA environment test of automation. And if I go and open up the QA, can you see QA environment? Let me just do a little bit of like look. Again, QA environment test robot automation.com and test QA 1234. Okay, so let's see what is happening in our here. So after that, if I go and run the get into the step, entering the password, click on login button, and it verify the things, right? So our test case got passed successfully, right? Now let's go and run in another environment. So this is a QA. Now let's go and run into the dev environment. So if I open my dev environment over here, okay, in which can you see .env prod QA. QA is QA Okay, I think I have wrongly entered this QA automation environment. Instead of that, I have to grab it. 1 second. Yes. So let me just copy this file. Yes, sorry guys, I have wrongly copied that file. So here it is dev. Look, if I just go into control plus to showcase you dev environment test robot automation.com. Okay, and this is a QA environment test robot automation, right? And now we are actually setting up the dev environment. Okay, I hope you got it. And if you have any confusion, let me know in comment section. I will try to help you guys. Okay, so now we are actually setting the dev environment. Okay, just going to enter, right? And now if I just go and run the npx BDD gen again, okay, and now if I just go and run the npx test headed, okay, so now it is invoking my test case, which is just one particular test case, okay, and now if I go and yes, inspector should be there in a while, right? Inspector is here. Now let's see. Oh, sorry. Give me a second, please. Okay. Go and click on my account, right? Let me just reduce the size of the inspector so you can see here. Look, what we are getting dev environment as robotautomation.com, right? And now we are entering the password and this and that, right? Now let's see the prod environment similarly. So let's see the prod. Okay, enter the prod. And now if I go and run the npx BDD gen, and now if I go and run the headed mode, now this should open the prod environment for me. Okay. So our prod environment is simple, run of test-robot-automation.com, which is we are actually using that as a file uh, to showcase this particular whole series on Playwright BDD. Okay. So look what I'm getting, run of test-robot-automation.com now, and password, and clicking on this one, right? Done. Okay. So this is the guys. So this is the beauty of using the dynamic environment, right? So let's see how we can give this environment to this package.json file. Okay, right? Okay. So guys, just to showcase you quickly what I have done, I have just entered 3, 4 commands, 6 commands actually. Okay, so this is something which you can run it in your local, which is with the help of PowerShell. Okay, and this is something if you are running on Circle CI or any other CI/CD pipeline, then you can use this command, right? Okay, so let's see how we can overcome with this particular thing. Okay, so if I am not wrong, okay, let's try to run the QA env. Okay, so how we can run this particular simple npm run. Okay, let's see. We this time we are not going to do headed. So let's see if we are actually getting all those environment correctly or not. So I go to my environment steps, and here in page.pause, after this I can console log, right? I can do console dot log, okay, and I can just copy this particular thing from here and paste it over here. I think this is something which is actually same on each and everything, but let's see the other one. So if I just do console dot log, and I will say uh, uh yeah, what is that? env email. So I will say let me just give it as yeah, en env colon, and here I can just copy this comma, I can just copy this thing, process.env dot and email over here. Okay, copy here and put it here. That's it. Okay, so this will actually go and open the not sorry, not open it. This will actually log the um, which is environment, email environment we are actually getting, right? And here I'm just going to copy paste this one, and instead of email I will put it this as a password. Control C, password, and yeah, env. Okay, let's put it as email instead of env, just to showcase you properly. Word, right? Okay, and if I go back to my package.json file, and this is a PowerShell command, how you can run it with the PowerShell. So I'm just going to run the npm run, which is qa hyphen env. Okay, so this look here, you will see which environment we are actually accessing on the qa.env over here. Sorry guys, it's taking a little bit longer than what I expected, right? Okay, so now it is invoking the test case, and yes, it will now look e-commerce playground. Okay, and if you see here, guys, this is the video. Can you see what email I'm getting? QA environment automation, and the password is test QA123. Okay, this is the one. So, and now if I want to run the things on the dev environment, so what I will do, I will say run dev env. Okay, so this gonna run all the dev environment for us. Okay, sorry guys, it's actually accessing the PowerShell command. That's why it is taking a little bit longer than it is expected. But yes, because this is something you are running in local, but we will see overcome from this extra timing as well in our when we are actually running with CI/CD. Okay, right? So now it is running. Verify able to log in with the event one. So can you see what email address I'm getting? Dev email address, and the password is devenv1234, right? And now let's go and quickly run the prod. Okay, prod env, right? That's the correct command. Yeah. So prod env. So PowerShell command prod env is equal to prod. Okay. And now it's gonna run all the things for us. Right. So can you see in the prod I'm getting the email address which is pranav test automation and test1234, right? Okay. I hope you got this one. Now let's see how we can handle it with the CI/CD. So for that, what we have to do, we have to download another dependency, which is a cross hyphen env. This is also a good dependency. So let's just copy this. So I'm just copying this particular npm install save cross env and put it here. We're just going to copy that this library over here. I'm going to put it over here. So this gonna invoke another library which is a cross env. So if I go and come here, this is a cross env and .env. We are using the library to overcome from this issue. If we don't have this library, we have to do lots of coding, if and else, or switch statement, or something which we did, which I think I've done lots of that coding into the Java. But yes, This is the beauty of the using the npm package. Yes, definitely we can use some event dependencies. That could be another thing might have came into, but I have long time I have done didn't touch that Java based framework now. So let's go and run the thing. So for the prerequisite, what I have done, this QA test environment in which I'm just first generating the BDD gen, and then I'm using the cross env. This is the power of cross env, and env is equal to QA and npx layer test. And this time I'm doing the headed mode, right? So just to showcase you guys. So what I can do, npm run, what we have, QA hyphen test. This won't take a long time as it was on a PowerShell command. It will take a long time, and now this won't take a much longer time for us actually, guys. This is gonna quickly do the magic. Okay, it's opening the test. It will open out the Playwright inspector now in a while. And let me just resize this. Okay, click on my account. Right. Look, what environment we got? QA test server automation, right? Test it. Password. Done. Done. Enter test code pass. And look what I got, QA. And now if I want to run the dev test, right? So now what we environment we want to run? We want to run the dev test, right? So we'll come here and say dev test. Okay. So this will gonna go and open our dev environment. So actually we are running this particular command, right? We are running this command. Okay. Just to showcase you guys. Okay. This will run in a headed mode. So yeah, actually my machine was using a lots of RAM, so I just killed some process and started the session back. That's why it was taking a little bit time on the last one. So last test case. So now let's go and click on this account. Okay, and now if we go, look what environment I got. That dev environment testoverautomation.com. Okay, enter. Click on login, and it done successfully. And can you see we got email address as a dev environment and password as a dev environment. Okay. Now what environment we want to run? We want to run the dev environment, right? So what I can say, I want to run the prod environment. So I have to run the prod test, right? So now if I just go and run the prod test, then this gonna invoke all the uh, prod environment, right? So guys, this is the beauty of dynamically handling all the environment. So look, we haven't done much coding here. We didn't did that if and else and the switch statement or anything. We just tried to use our string. Okay, we don't want like lots of coding, right? In a project level, if you showcase this kind of ability, then it's really good for your progression, right? So this is the way you handle the environments, right? So now it is look, run out test over automation, test 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we actually handled all the environments with the command line, as well as I showcased you how to handle with the package.json file, and we use the library which is cross env and .env. Okay, hope you guys like this particular video. And yeah, if you like this video, please comment any other suggestion or anything you want to see in upcoming lecture. And yeah, I will showcase you the hooks, as well as I will showcase you the Cucumber JS reporter. So right now we are actually seeing all those Playwright reporters, but we can also use the Cucumber JS reporter to handle as well. Okay, hope you like this video. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching my video, and please comment and subscribe if you like my video. Thank you. Bye.